This is Hans, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to teach you how to boost up your productivity in video recording hundreds and thousands of times with a handmade teleprompter. First of all, what is a teleprompter? According to Wikipedia, a teleprompter is a display device that prompts the person speaking with an electronic visual text of a speech or script. My understanding is that it is a device that shows your script in front of the lens without being captured by your camera, as well as having the ability or convenience to read instead of reciting every single line that you have, and still have the connection with your audience by looking towards the camera. So, how does it work? Let's break it down. If this is your camera, and this is you, a teleprompter is a dark box and the piece of glass located right here. This glass is to reflect the light from under to your eyes, while the other side of this glass only reflects the light inside of your dark box. So if you put your phone under your box, you will see the script without capturing it. There are 3 points to consider. The first one, the size of your box should not be affected by your focal distance of your lens. Otherwise, your frame will have this terrible black frame. Here I cut my box into this shape to compose it with my 16mm APS-C wide-angle lens. The second tip, the better your glass is, the better your image will be. For that your glass is right in front of your lens. The light comes into the lens sensor will be affected by your glass. My glass is a piece of scrap acrylic from my friend Chin. Although it is not the best solution, it cost me nothing, but you can use a screen protector for your phone or tablet instead. That won't cost you much and do yourself and your wallet a favor. Third one, text on your phone should be mirrored. It will be mirrored horizontally, so keep that in mind. I'm using an app called Teleprompter. It provides some features to solve that problem. So what do you need to make a teleprompter? You will need a cardboard box, Amazon shipping box, an alpha knife, a pair of scissors, a pencil, and some tapes. You can also include a protractor if you want. Now let's dive into the making part. First, let's take out our box. This teleprompter will be designed specifically for this lens. As it is not a wide-angle lens, we don't need to worry much about the dark frames as I just mentioned. This is the overall finished structure of this teleprompter. As you can see, the piece of glass is removable and being fixed by the slots on both sides. It will sit right here. Before doing anything further, measure your device and the glass to see if they fit the box. The box accidentally matches my iPhone, so I don't need to tear the box apart and then rebuild it into my desired diameters. If you do need to cut your cardboard, don't be afraid and don't be lazy. Tapes could help you out. I'm cutting this box into half. You don't need to be specific because lenses varies and you have to test it out later to avoid the black frame. Just cut it into half. We can fix the edges later. Then, for I'm going to make it portable and clean, I will cut out these unnecessary parts. Be reminded that never extend your blade too long. It will be wonky and you will cut your fingers. No one wants that. So make sure you always put the blade back in when you put it aside. Now, let's make sure the teleprompter can sit right on your lens. My trick is to draw diagonal lines. We will have a center of this plane. This step is essential. For that, we also need to make sure the lens is right in the center of this teleprompter. If you don't do so, you might have black frame on one side and your eyes will look to one side to your camera. You can get the exact radius of your lens by the number on it. This one is 52mm. 52 divided by 2 is 26, so we can draw a circle based on the center we came up with. I have a filter adapter, which I can use as my tool to draw the circle. You can also use the lens instead, or use a compass. This filter adapter will also be useful to fix a teleprompter on your lens. You don't have to own one, but I highly recommend getting it for your video making in the future. Now, let's cut out the shape and make sure it's clean and clear. After cutting out the circle, you can use a blade to clean out the edge. Masking tape to take down the sharp corners so that the finished piece will not make scratches on your lens. After all these, time to make the slots. But it also doesn't have to be accurate, for that our eyes might not be on the same level as your camera. So around 45 degrees. You can just eyeball it. It seems pretty solid. Let's move on. Use the scrap cardboard we cut out earlier to make the slots. Cut them into small pieces. Use double-sided tape to stick them on your masks. And then use the masking tape to reinforce them. Now, this is your finished handmade teleprompter. If you mind its appearance, you can spray it to unify the color. Or you can tape it using color paper just like I do. Now you get a handmade teleprompter. Enjoy your creation! That's it. That's all for today's episode. See you guys in the next one. Peace.